Welcome to an all new edition of The Take. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick here. Glad you're here. Glad to see you all again here on this Thursday, April 4, 2019. What a way to, we're here on The Take. But first things first, join in that conversation using the hashtag Take here on Connect TV. What a way. We start off the month. They say April showers brings May flowers. Let's hope April doesn't be too showery because it's been sunny all during this week. But first things first, we have some sad news to report as the hip hop community has lost the last OG. As you saw, we don't forget that on Viral this week, we're going to have Nipsey Hussle, the last OG, this Sunday on Viral Special to talk about the life and the career, celebrating Nipsey Hussle and all the contributions he did to the industry. All right, that was our topic. Let's big on topic is Nipsey Hussle. We talked about Nipsey Hussle was a hip hop artist, a Grammy nominated hip hop artist who recently had a nomination this past February, and a community activist to his community of Los Angeles. And now he dies. He was shot and killed at the age of 33. And he was shot outside his LA clothing store. And it's tragic. It's sad. It's unfortunate. But, we have to report the news as we see it. Let's take you back to how this all transpired. Watch this.
Rapper Nipsey Hussle was set to meet with LA police today to work on stopping gang violence. Instead, the community is mourning his passing. The artist gunned down in broad daylight in front of the clothing store he founded.
Millions off of retail. Once again, I prevail.
Born Ermias Ashkadom, the 33-year-old started out selling mixtapes from his car. Just this year, he was nominated for his first Grammy.
This is my first album, so that's important, that's special.
Stars including Rihanna, John Legend, and the NBA's Steph Curry paying tribute.
Obviously, send prayers to his family, his community.
The young father, with admitted ties to an LA gang, remembered most as an entrepreneur, activist, and advocate.
He called for peace. He called for justice. We're calling upon whoever killed Nipsey to turn yourself in.
As you saw right there, Nipsey Hussle, it's a sad story to report that Nipsey was only 33 years old. He was so young. He still had a lot to contribute. But, he just, was one of those last OGs. Man, it's unfortunate, but our hearts and prayers are with Nipsey's girlfriend, Lauren London, and his children and his family going through this crucial time at this point. It's so unfortunate. And we here at The Take and Connect send our thoughts and prayers to Nipsey Hussle and his family. All right. Such as that, celebrities offered their condolences, such as Snoop Dogg, Kodak Black, and people who knew Nipsey Hussle. Watch this.
Fucked up, man. This is fucked up. Prayers out to the whole family, man. This shit got to stop, man.
This is bad, that boy Nipsey, man. What's crazy, because I was just about to get off this PJ and go to the PJs. I was about to go straight to the project, but that's a sign, man. Don't even do it yet. Don't even go to shit real in the community.
Tough. Obviously, it surprised a lot of people. And I got to know him last year and had a great conversation about who he was as a person, what he stood for, what his message was, how he tried to inspire people, considering where he grew up and how he turned that into something extremely powerful and represented the entire city. So definitely a sad, tragic event. Obviously, send prayers to his family, his community, to Lauren London, hopefully they stay strong through this. It's tough. senseless crimes that don't need to happen, especially with a guy that was doing what he was doing. So definitely tough. It's one of those before the game, you try to just pay your respects the best you can. Send the love down there to his family.
Know what's up, man? They're trying to make this shit gang related. They're mad at the reporters. The reporters are talking about it was gang related. We know it was deeper than that, man. Everybody out here know it was deeper than just gang shit. I did this for you, Hermes. I love you forever. You're gonna always remain relevant to me. Oh. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
As you saw right there, Nipsey Hussle childhood friend crying her tears out, that she's taking it hard and she's grieving. And this is a process that people, could be here today and gone tomorrow, and you never know when your day could come. You had to live one life, you have one life to live. And it's so sad that it's a heart-wrenching story. It's unfortunate, but we hope justice gets served, and it did. And the murderer who murdered Nipsey Hussle will be brought to justice, and Nipsey Hussle family will be, at peace. And I hope Nipsey's at peace too, because this is an unfortunate situation that shouldn't happen. Shouldn't have even got to this far. All right. From some sad news to some good news. On celebrity news, Power star Omari Hardwick is catching fire for this week after he attended the 50th annual NAACP Awards, and he won the award for Power for Best Actor. But he stirred some more controversy when he started kissing a certain celebrity out of nowhere. Watch this. All right, as you saw right there, Omari Hardwick kissing Beyonce, and kissed her twice, and standing near Jay-Z, and Jay-Z didn't see it. But Omari Hardwick didn't get no favors at the Beehive, attacked him for going after Beyonce. I think one thing to say for certain, when you are a celebrity, and a lot of people say about Omari Hardwick, if you want some brown sugar, all you gotta do is just find some brown sugar. You don't have to be with we're not knocking him and his wife. His wife is white, but if you want some brown sugar, you know how to, you know what to do, Omari, to get some brown sugar. You know what to do. You know how to get some brown sugar. I think he just wanted to see if he can get away with it. And he can't get away with it that quick with Beyonce. Beehive is watching, tell you. All right, other celebrity news. J-Lo shows off her ripped body with this and tells us that she's the shit. All right, J-Lo's currently filming the movie Hustlers, and she showcased her body, and she's almost 50 years old looking like that. Man, J-Lo telling everyone putting 50-year-olds to shame. J-Lo looking like she's 20-some years old, or probably a teenager. With that body, I'm telling you. Telling you right now. All right. On talk shows this week, senior Obama advisor Valerie Jarrett visited The View and discussed former Vice Presidents Joe Biden that she knows after all these alleged allegations about Joe Biden being inappropriate with women, where that kind of ruins his chances in 2020 race. Watch this.
That's for him to say. I think, look, I can tell you, I know him pretty well. I worked with him for 8 years in the White House. He is very demonstrative. I think everyone who knows him knows that. You mentioned how he was with you. When my dad died, he came up to my office. He was very empathetic. He's that demonstrative. I think it's a conversation more broadly that we need to be having, and that for a long time, women's voices weren't heard. I wrote a whole book about lifting up our voices, and I think that's what we have to do.
Did he ever make you feel uncomfortable in the 8 years you worked with him?
He didn't. But I think the question is, how is the person who it is directed at feeling? And that's when he said we should be listening.
Right.
So it's not really relevant that he didn't make me uncomfortable. It's, did he make other people feel that way?
Valerie, the two women who have accused him or came out with the story said that he should not be running, given what they have accused him of doing. Do you agree with them?
No, I think what's great about our country is that you want to run for president, you get to run. You can make your case directly to the American people and give it your best shot. So I don't think we should be disqualifying people. I think let them run. That's what part of being in a democracy is all about. I think you guys agree with that, don't you?
Yes.
I think so.
Hey, Travis Jerry said, hey, Joe Biden's a touchy-feely guy. Hey, people do that, but, in some cases, this era of Me Too movement and, everybody getting sensitive, so you have to be a little bit more sensitive. But I still think Joe Biden has a chance to run. Hey, Trump ran, and he was saying the ludicrous things about women, and he won, so, hey, if you got to plead to the American public, just do so with that. With your plea, hey, it's wrong, but hey, Joe Biden apologized. That's all he can do. Hey, you want to do what you want to do. All right. On GMA, the Good Morning America crew announced that Diana Ross celebrated her 75th birthday, and she had stars such as Beyonce and many more serenading her. Watch this.
From music legend Diana Ross, everybody, celebrating her 75th today. The Motown legend will be celebrating by giving back to fans. She's performing tonight at the Hollywood Palladium for a special birthday show. But there is something for all of us. Opening tonight, 2 days only, a new documentary called Diana Ross, Her Life, Love, and Legacy. It will play across the country. It includes never-before-seen footage from her 60-year career and a remastered version of her iconic 1983 Central Park concert, where she stayed on stage and continued to entertain the huge crowd even during a massive downpour. The film will be presented on nearly 700 stages tonight, 2 days only. Do you know where you're going to? Just every once in a while, I have to.
Upside down, you're turning me.
Oh, inside out. All right.
You see right there, Diana Ross, 75 years young. Man, Diana Ross getting age over time. She don't look like she's 75. She like she's in her 50s. And then when she was in her 50s, she probably looked like she was in her 30s. Then when she was in her 30s, she probably looked like she was in her teens. I'll tell you, Diana Ross has not aged a bit fine as wine. I'm telling you, Diana Ross. Diana Ross. By the time Diana Ross get aged, she'll be looking like half her age, 50. Or probably her current age now, 70. You won't tell a bit. I'm telling you. All right, on Live with Regis and Live with Kelly and Ryan. Kelly's husband filled in for Ryan, who's sick. But the couple tasted, peanut butter, America's favorite sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Watch this.
The real thing. Okay, you ready?
Let me see what you got.
Oh, come on.
Oh my gosh.
Full disclosure, I did not make this sandwich.
Let me see this.
I know how you like it.
This is exactly how I like it. It's like kind of an Italian or French bread.
It's a little skinny
it's a little thin, but it's okay.
Yeah.
This is what I would do to this, though.
You would put another layer of peanut butter and jelly here.
I would make it a little thicker, and then you put it into a panini one of those panini machines, and then you squeeze it like that, and you just watch it, and you can see the smoke come like the little peanut butter smoke just comes up like this.
Yeah.
And then you take it out, and it just drips down your arm.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and jelly. Just got the peanut butter, and you got the jelly, and you smack them together, and make a tremendous sandwich. And he talking about all diets and you have to keep in shape with the rest of them. Hey, it don't matter. Just a shake. It's just a thing, Hey, you know what I'm saying? Peanut butter and jelly. All carb diet. It's like going to having M&M's to say. For real. All right. And finally, on Dish Nation, NBA star Dwight Howard denies making violent threats against alleged ex-lover. And here's why.
Since we're talking about royalty, darling, we might as well talk about another queen. Is that okay, Gary?
Oh, yes.
NBA star Dwight Howard is being sued by a man named Mason Elijah, who claims to have had an intimate relationship with the basketball player.
What?
In the lawsuit filed last month, Mason claimed that Dwight tried to bully him to signing an NDA agreement, which would have stopped him from speaking publicly about their relationship. Now, see, my thing is, if you're going to deal with somebody like that, then you need to make sure, one, they have no book out. Two, they have no ulterior motive.
That kissing and telling stuff, I just have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I'm not, if I get with a damn man that got that kind of money like the White House, girl, if we break up, I don't care. Because eventually he may come back around again, because if he likes you, and you could get you some things and stuff. Now you put yourself out there, you don't get nobody because everybody's scared of you.
All right, the Dish crew getting all in a tizzy about the White House. You know what? That's just the most. I hope that ain't true because, oh my God, it's just, yeah. What, you know what? And then Gary trying to say the train ain't gonna keep his mouth shut. Oh my, it's just a legend. Oh my, oh, you know what? It is what it is. If that did happen, that's the White House business, that training business. Who else? You know what? To each his own. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. All right. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more tapes. Don't go anywhere. Tape. I'm your host as always, Kendrick Dix here. Thanks for joining us here on the tape this week. Man, oh man, join in the conversation using the hashtag tape here on Connect TV. Hey, we're just here, but hey, first things first, let's get to it. The political rundown. President Trump hits the campaign trail and calls out Jussie Smollett for Jesse's alleged blame of MAGA attacking him. And here's what Trump had to say. Watch this.
MAGA country. You heard the other day? How about in Chicago? He said, he was attacked by MAGA country. Do you ever hear that one? MAGA country. Maybe the only time I've ever agreed with the mayor of Chicago. Maybe. That's a terrible situation. That's an embarrassment not only to Chicago, that is an embarrassment to our country, what took place there. Remember that. But they're looking at it.
One thing about Trump, he does not play. If you come after him and attack him, he's going to attack you back. This is like New Yorkers. They do that stuff. You know, when you're a New Yorker, you just a New Yorker. You got that fire. You got that fury. And you just ready to strike at any moment. I'm telling you right now. But speaking of Trump, in addition to that, Trump's education secretary, Betsy DeVos, tries to make a budget to cut the Special Olympics, and the public hair outcry, as you can see right here. All right, Betsy DeVos, you have been causing a lot of rage, causing a lot of commotion in the Department of Education, and you trying to make some noise by cutting the Special Olympics. That should not be cut apart. And you say that a lot of private funders are funding it. Yes, that's true, but they need more. They need the government's help, because y'all trying to supplement ways to find money, appropriate funds for the wall and stuff. But come on now, that's Special Olympics. Those guys do not deserve that. And you shouldn't advocate to have that on your budget for the week. You know, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, lady. Real. Well, that didn't end there, as the president informs the people that SBA chair Linda McMahon, who ran WWE as CEO, is stepping down from her post. And here's what Linda McMahon and President Trump had to say. Watch this.
Doing a fantastic job, so she's going to be leaving. We'll be making the new nomination and appointment in the very short distance, and that'll be in consultation with Linda. But I just have to say that this is an outstanding woman who's done an outstanding job. And Linda, I want to thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate that.
I'd like to know what has been your highlight and what are some of the great things you've done, just so they all know, so we can put it right on the record.
Well, the highlight has certainly been the fact that you asked me to take on this position. It is an honor to serve the country in the cabinet.
All right, Linda McMahon done with the SBA, and she resigned her post, and Trump was pleased to have her. It was a business relationship. It's been started since the 80s. So, hey, it was just a way Linda McMahon just to say she worked in the government. She did her part for the government. Now she's going to get out and work for a private sector and help Trump get reelected. That's all it is. All right. Who's going to be surprised Linda McMahon shows up at the WWE sooner rather than later again? Or she might be done and have an iced tea. All right. On the reality show clip down, Nene Leakes is angry at Cynthia Bailey for inviting a very then pregnant Kenya Moore at her party. And Nene feels some type of way and invites Cynthia out to lunch and air out their grievances. Watch this.
I never knew if Kenya was going to come or not until Kenya walked in the door.
That's how you roll? You don't call your sister and tell her?
I didn't think it was that big of an issue.
You didn't think that was a big of an issue?
Kenya's my sister too, but it wasn't a big issue that you were going to be there with Nene.
This is the sister that you talk to 5 and 10 times a day. You don't do that with her. This is the sister that you travel with.
Can I
that
speak?
That very event you had, you called your sister because you needed a flyer, and I gave you the person to get. This is your sister.
I understand.
But you gonna hear somebody at the very event that you calling me about. Why you didn't call her to get you a flyer?
Like, really, your husband's battling cancer, and what you want to focus on right now, you think that I should have told you there was a possibility that Kenya might come to my party? That's crazy. This was my event, Nene. This was my event.
Yes.
I can invite anybody to my event.
You can.
The only thing I wanted was for my friends to come on my night. But I didn't think for 1 second that you couldn't be big enough to be in a room with Kenya.
When I in there?
Look, you were clearly irritated about the shower. The last thing I want to do is tell you that Kenya's going and her not even show up to even go down that road.
That's a great excuse.
All right. I don't even have to give an excuse.
No, you don't have to give me anything.
All right. Could this be the end of Nene and Cynthia's friendship? Remember that time when they had that friendship contract, which that didn't make no sense at all. But hey, will they get along to get along? We'll never find out. No. But hey, we had to see. Find out. Same Real Housewives channel, same time. Channel change. But it didn't end there. And Cynthia made an appearance on Strahan and Sarah to whether or not the status of her friendship with Nene was still cold as ice. Watch this.
It just concerns me, everyone has friends. It concerns me that it's even an issue. If you're my friend and you're my friend, if I'm having an event, the event should be about me, not about whether or not you guys get along. I mean, I know you guys probably don't get along. So.
I ask in advance. Will we be there?
But what I'm saying, have you guys been in a situation where you have friends that don't get along?
It makes the
So
whole
why
thing
do you have to choose?
Get over it.
I mean, it's not like they were in my home, in my living room, on my couch. This is an event space, and it's like over 200 people there. Like, for me, it's my night. Could it just not have been about me?
Nene just trying to be Nene, and Cynthia just trying to be Cynthia. We don't know who's telling who what. We'll never know. You know, did we ever, get to imagine that? Never know. All right. In news this week, say isn't so, but could the AAF could be suspended its lead after 4 months? Look here.
What is up, YouTube? Let me know how you're doing down in the comments section below. I'm delivering some news from ESPN, so you know it's reputable. Tom Dundon came out and he made a statement about the Alliance of American Football regarding the NFLPA, which is the basically the players' union that the NFL has. And he said, if the players' union is not going to give us young players, we cannot be a developmental league. We are looking at our options, one of which is discontinuing the league. Yes, he came out and said that. The AAF could possibly fold after just 1 season. Now, the reason the NFLPA might not want to work with the AAF is, yes, the NFL does need better development of players along, quarterbacks, offensive linemen, defensive linemen, whatever you say, whatever position it is. But the NFLPA is worried that if these players are allocated to these rosters, that they could risk injury while playing for a team that is not in the NFL. And that is very true because they're playing in games, trying to get back into the NFL, and they are risking their bodies. Their bodies are on the line, and that could violate terms in their contracts, stuff like that. So it's a very complicated situation. Some people on the internet are saying that he is using this as a negotiation technique to get leverage over the NFLPA because they kind of both want things from each other. But I don't know if I buy that. Let me know what y'all think down below. If you think that the AAF is going to last, or if it isn't, if this will be the downfall. Who knows? I might have to change this to the XFL zone.
Oh my God. One thing about the AAF is like they had this little thing, and now you see right here, we have a local thing here in Birmingham, the Birmingham Iron, and now it's just gone like that. Really? They didn't have a chance. They had stars like Trent Richardson from Alabama, the Cleveland Browns running back. They had Johnny Manziel from Memphis, who played for the Cleveland Browns. He was Johnny Football. They had Chris Davis. They had a lot of people who was up there in the NFL, and now it's just everything just gone up in smoke. And then these players, they ain't got nothing to go and nothing to do because now they're telling the players, y'all on your own. What kind of league is that? Y'all supposed to be revolutionary and stuff. And then you got the one that Vince McMahon finna come and bring the XFL. Maybe he need to have second thoughts and not bring it to, you know what I'm saying? Just bring the league because the NFL is dominating. And what can you do about the NFL? They've been in the league for almost about 100 years now. You better be careful. And then they got the Super Bowl to market too. So, be a little bit more cautious. But hey, you're good while it lasted. All right. And finally, the viral video of the week. At 14 years old, Marshawn Martin, who is the star of ABC's Blackish, is making history in more ways than one with this.
Parents usually show me like favorite music, favorite places to go, but one of my mom's favorite movies growing up was Big, starring Tom Hanks. Right. So I saw Big and I was like, well, what if we do this in a different perspective, more of a modern take on what's going on now, and make it a female empowerment, all Black women cast. So that's really how it came to be. And we started talking about it. it. My parents were really into it, and we talked to Kenny Barris, which is the creator of
Mhm.
Blackish. We talked
Mhm.
to him about it. He loved it, and then we went to Will Packer, and then Universal, and now we're here. And growing up, I didn't see a lot of me on the screen, like a lot of young Black girls that looked like me that I can look up to in the industry. So me having the opportunity to create things that I love and that I want everyone to feel comfortable in and be accepted by is absolutely amazing. And I'm so happy that everyone is looking at it and being inspired by it. So I'll keep on moving forward.
Congrats.
Thank you.
What's your plan? What's your next step?
My goal is to just keep on creating things that I love to do. So definitely more producing. I want to get into directing
Right.
and just writing and learning new things.
And you're gonna
And
just
I want her to hire me.
That's
Yep.
Right there, Marsha Amott is starring in the film Little. She took the idea from the movie that Tom Hanks was in, Big, where a little boy grown to be a big person, adult. Now it's vice versa, where a woman who's a corporate executive turns around, has her attitude and is bossy, and she gets down back to her size as a kid. Good concept, good review, and I hope to see the movie soon. So I hope y'all see the movie as well. Little comes in theaters April the 26th. So it'll be out sooner rather than later. Well, everyone, thank you all for watching this week's edition of The Take. I've been Kendrick saying so long. We'll see you next time here on The Take.
Thank you.